Hello everyone, this is Redicus, and I'll be showing you how to make custom maps in a more advanced way. And in this way, your custom maps can be hosted online with other players, but also you can add features such as wonders and buildings. It's pretty exciting. There's really no limit to what you can do, except for, of course, the buildings that are available to stick on there. So let's go into Battle Editor. And you start it off just like in my previous video. You just choose a random point. Let's go there. It's a swampy place. Around Scythia. And here I'll show you, I'll just give you a brief overview of the tools that you can use. And just little tips here and there. Alright, so this is nice. It's a nice flat map. And usually the maps around Scythia are pretty flat. But they're also really boring. But anyway. So this is the map. It's pretty big. But we're only operating on this bit. And these are all the tools on the bottom left. You can change the landscape heights. And you got a few different brush sizes. You got these ones which just go straight up. So I'd use them for cliffs and so on. But if I wanted to have flowing hills, then I would use the ones down the bottom. They're a lot more natural looking. And the other ones are a bit of a variant. So, just little weird ones. Depending on the map that you have and the climate and so on, it gives you certain textures to use. So there's actually a fair few for this one. And using that same brush size from before. So there's heaps of different ones you can choose. All along there. And there's rock. That's nice for cliffs and so on. Alright. So that's landscape textures. Here are the different buildings you can make. And there's other little menus. Stuff like that. And you can actually add villages and towns. Here's a Roman fort, which we can stick on. So there we go. That's a very basic fort. So it's got no surroundings. So that would be pretty cool to have on your own custom map. It's a Roman camp right there. And the next one along is features, and this has wonders. They're under the menu title of special pieces. Except for the wagon. That's not a wonder. So there's heaps of different things. It's the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. It's actually quite big. So it squeezes in there. Whoa. It's quite big. Let's turn around. So there you go. There they are right there. Never actually seen them before. It's pretty cool. Anyway, and there's different things. There's ambient special pieces, so that's pretty much like little features that you can have, like a bit of a farm, barbarian watchtower. Yeah, all sorts of things in there. Pretty interesting. And then there's roads. So if you wanted to do a stone road, you just click a point and it connects to the last bit of the road. There we go. So all sorts of things. You can just pull out yourself. And if we wanted to make a custom map, all we would do would be to click exit and then save the game. And let's save it as that's pretty good. Save the game, and it gives us a sanity report. And that's because Battle Editor is really intended to make historical battles, and there's really no documentation showing how to make custom maps. So naturally it thinks that we're doing something wrong. And usually in historical battles you have to give a listing of the armies that are available from the start, and where they deploy, so on, maybe events that happen, but we're not going to have any of that. We're just interested in making a custom map. So we've saved it, we're going to exit the editor, and I'm going to show you how to get the files that we just made, the files for that map, and I'm going to show you how to move them around. It's pretty easy, and then you can use them online with your friends. So I'll see you guys in a tick. Okay, so here we are at my desktop, and to change it around I just go into my C drive, program files, Activision, Rome Total War, Data, World, which is the bottom folder, Maps, Battle, Custom. And there's that weird name that we just had, and you see 3 files there. So you just copy them, go back into the Maps, and you go into Custom. And here you see a bunch of folders, and we have to make our own, and we'll call it... And then you just go inside of that and paste those files. And there we go. That's that map. And naturally, if you wanted to make your own map, you'd give it a better name. That's pretty much it. So now I'm going to show you a map that I made, and I'll be playing against another friend online. So see you guys in a tick again. Okay, so here I am on Roberticus Flats. It's a map that I made, and I'll be playing against a friend called Steinblood. It's a nice scenic piece there, and I've made the map very flat, so it's good to play online. There's no camping or anything. And I'll be playing against Steinblood here. He's using the Macedonians, and I'll be using the Seleucids. And I'm putting this battle in just because it's a very good showcase to have in this video, because it's very fast. It's over in like 3 minutes. And unfortunately, this is my first commentary with Steinblood. So Steinblood is a very good player, I'll say in advance. And for some reason it just ended really quickly. I actually told him that I wanted a quick game because I had to drop my sister off at the bus stop or something. I had to go do something really quickly. So anyway, I'm using the Seleucids, and instead of bringing pikes, I'm bringing legionnaires. I'm having a lot of fun using them against other pike factions. So I'm just going to commentate on this map that I made. So you see I'm going to try and break up this phalanx formation. I'm going to try and use the maneuverability of my infantry against his. Try and break it up. So I've already got 1 unit isolated, so I'm going to try and capitalize on that. And over here I actually managed to stop some legionnaires and get some pillar throws off. I'm going to try and flank that unit. Okay. I'm going to send off this Greek cav unit to go around the back and hopefully take out some archers. And there's going to be a lot of shit happening here. Alright, so we're going to surround this pike unit, and I managed to catch him before he turns his spears around. If he turns them around anyway, and I get a few losses, and he's just going to try and surround that cavalry unit. And I've got my archers in skirmish mode, by the way, so they'll just run away the first sign of trouble. It's nice to have. But I'm going to try and surround his cavalry to help out my infantry. They're holding out pretty well, actually. I'm going to try and surround this little clump that's being formed. And my Greek cav's doing well around the back to manage to snag a few archers. It's very fast. And I eliminated that pike unit on the far left flank. And now Steinblood's army is pretty much almost in retreat, and he...
This is a heroic victory, worthy of
So there
great
you go, a very
soldiers.
good game to have at the end of my video. Thanks, Steinblood. Steino is a very good player, and hopefully I'll post some more victories against him, and maybe a defeat. Maybe. Sounds a clear victory. So yeah, I hope this encourages you all to make your own videos. Sorry, your own maps. Maybe your own videos as well. Who knows? The only catch with making these maps is that, and I'm sorry to end it on a bad note, the catch is you have to send these files to a friend. So you can't just use these maps online and play them against random people. You actually have to send them the files, and they have to put them in the exact same spot as you, and then you can play on them together. So it's a bit of a drawback, but it's better than nothing. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video and picked up some tips, and I hope to see some more maps from you guys as well. Just give me a link and I'll download it. I'm interested to see everyone else's creativity. So I'll see you guys all later.